Hello, captains, and welcome to the Desert National Pickleball League. Thank you, first of all, for taking on this endeavor. This is going to be a review video for the captains. You will receive a PowerPoint that has 29 slides. This video is going to go over a few of them, just for some clarification, I don't want to say the most important, but the ones that you will probably have the most questions about. So as we go through the video, if you have any questions, contact John, and remember the first night, which is next week, the next first night, Monday or Tuesday night, John and Dana, who is his wife, will be there if you have any other questions, or you can ask me, Kevin. So let's go ahead and get this started. Again, as you're watching this, if you have any questions that pop to your mind, you can go ahead and contact John here. And again, you can always ask John or Dana on the nights of the actual matches. All of the matches, whether you're the home or away team, will be played at Paradise Pickleball. Here's the address. And if you have some team members who have never been there before, tell them the courts are behind the hotel. So when you pull in, go around to the left and you'll see the parking behind the hotel itself. Again, the league will start January 20th and 21st. For mixed or combos, it's Monday nights, and for men or women's, the gender fixed, that will be on Tuesday nights. The matches start at 6, but have your team show up at 5:30 so you can warm up. And again, next Monday and next Tuesday, be there early. You can ask Dana, John questions. If you're a captain, okay, they'll be there to clarify. So again, it starts the third week of January, which is next week, and then we'll go into April for the playoffs. There are two formats of play again. There will be combo, which we call mixed, and then there'll be the gender or the fixed gender. So first of all, the combo doubles, you'll have 3 rounds, and you'll play 2 games each, and you have to win by 2 up to 11. But let's go over here. It's a little different than the gender fixed. So let's go through this. So if you're playing gender doubles, the 2 women will play the away 2 women, and then the home team men will play the 2 men, and then we will go into the mixed. Here's the difference here. If, say, for example, I'm the home team and John and I, Kevin, are playing team B, but when we come down to fixed, you can change the women or the men and have new mixed partners. So example, Michelle and Sina are our women, John and Kevin are the men for the gender doubles. Now it's time for mixed. Let's say I, Kevin, do not want to play, so Andrew will step in. So our home team mixed would be, for our first team would be Michelle and John. Second team would be Sina and Andrew. I, Kevin, am not going to play. You can make that change. You could change for the women, etc. However, once the mixed teams are created, they cannot be changed. So Mitchie and John would also have to play down here, and Sina and Andrew would have to play down here. You can't change it. And if you are the home team, you stay on the same courts. So our mixed team 1 would not move. The other team, away team, after they finished with mixed 1, the mixed 2 team for the away team would come over to the court where our mixed 1 team is, and we would stay. Again, the home team stays on the same court. Again, away teams switch courts after each round. The home team stays. Now we're going to move from the combo format to the single gender or the fixed gender format. So here, again, the home team never leaves its court. The other team will travel or rotate as the new rounds begin. Here you have to keep the same partners throughout. So if John and Kevin start as home team 1, they have to remain home team 1 throughout. The only time there can be a change if there's need for a substitution. The substitution rules are on a different slide, which you can read on your own, and we will also have a copy of that on hand if we need to use it. Okay, excuse me. So each team will play 3 rounds. You'll play, so team 1 will play the away team 1, the away team 2, and the away team 3. So you will have a total of 6 games to play. Each match is up to 11, and you have to win by 2. So short lineups. This means that if your team shows up and you have all 3 lines ready to play, and another team only has 2, they will forfeit 1 line every time they're to play. However, make sure all 3 of your teams stay because they will play the other 2 teams, that are there for the other team. Let me go back to the one slide. I think it'll make more sense if I show it to you. So let's say that the away team only has 2 lines and they're going to forfeit the third. Your 3 teams still need to be there because your team 1, you will play their away team 2. Team 2 will play team 2. Team 3, since there's no team 3, they'll have a bye. However, as we continue, every time the team has to play team 3, they'll have a bye. So your second team will have a bye here, and then your first team will have a bye here, since there is no line 3. Okay, and you guys will get the points for that. They'll have to default those games. So on this one, home team 3 plays away team 3. Since they're not there, you will automatically get 4 points. 2 points for each game, since they're defaulting it. Here again on the score sheet, home 2, again, away team 3 is not here, so again, 2 points for the first game, 2 points for the second game. I'll go over scoring in a minute and it'll make more sense to you. If you're saying, where are these 2 points coming from? It will make sense in a minute. And then here, when it's time for our home team 1 to play the away team 3, which is absent, not here, again, team 1 would get 2 points for game 1, 2 points for game 2. So that's how that works. Okay, match play guidelines. If your team is designated as the home team for that night, for those nights' matches, you are going to supply the balls. You can choose any of these balls that you want to. However, the National Pickleball League does use the Franklin X for its national championships, etc. But again, you can use the ball of your choice. Coaching, you can look this over quickly, but you can coach after each game, between rounds, or during timeouts. Well, how many timeouts do you get? You get 1 timeout per game. And then if you have to use the bathroom, do it between rounds. So don't do it between games if you don't have to. I mean, I think we're going to be pretty laid back on this, but per the rules, you should do it between rounds. So after you play game 1 and then game 2, before you play the next team from the other side, you can run to the restroom then. But again, we're not going to be so rigid. And then a break. There's a 1 minute allowed between games. Remember, you play each of the other team's lines. You play them each. So if there are 3 lines, you will play 3 times. 2 games each, and then 5 minutes is allowed between rounds if needed. So here are the match play. The main thing here to know is you get 1 timeout per game, and the home team will supply the balls. Now that the match is set up, how is it going to be scored? Okay, so to begin with, the away team can choose serve, receive, side, or defer. So the away team decides that. Each doubles team will play 2 games to 11. You have to win by 2, and you're going to play 3 lines. Teams switch sides after the first game. Okay, good. And each double team will play 6 games. That's right. Team scoring. I have a whole spreadsheet set up for this, but if there's 2 points if you win the game, you get 1 point, even if you lose. But if you got 6 points, at least 6 points, you'll get 1 point. But if you were held to 5 or below, you won't get any points for that game. And I'm going to go over that in a second. Actually, let's go over it now. It'll make more sense. Okay, go with me on this. First of all, don't get overrun by this graph. I'm going to go through it for you, and I think it'll explain really well how we are going to calculate the points for the match. So over here is round 1. So team 1A will play team 2A. Team 1B will play 2 Team B. Team 1C will play 2 Team 2C. So we have 3 lines. Each team is playing another line on the other team. Excuse me. So let's say that the first game, team 1 and team 2 play the A's, their first lines. Let's say team 1A has 11 points, team 2A has 7. So the 11 points will automatically give a win for team 1A, so they'll get 2 points. Since team 2 didn't win, but they made 6 or more points, they'll get 1 point for earning 6. So let's look at the second line. So team 1 lost this one 11-5. They only scored 5 points, so they'll get 0 points for this. Team 2, since they won the match with 11 points, they get 2 points. And then let's look at the third line. So team 1, C, they won 12-10. Remember, you have to win by 2, up to 11, but win by 2. So since team 1, their C team, the team 1 had 12 points, they won the match, the game, excuse me, they get 2 points. And then team 2 had 10 points, they'll get 1 point. All right, so that's round 1. Let's go to round 2, or game 2, excuse me. So this is game 1. Remember, you play 2 games with each line, with each team. Come over here. This time, instead of 11-7, the game was 11-4. 11, 2 for winning, 4 less than 5, so they didn't earn any points. Team 1, again, 11-5. 2 points for winning, 0 points for not making more than 5 points. And then team 1 and team C, their second game, it was 11-6. They earned 2 points, and then team 2, even though they lost, they earned 6 or more points, so they get a 1 point. Okay? So at the end of this round, excuse me 1 second. So at the end of this round, team 1A scored 4 points for its team, and team 2, their A team, scored 1 point. And then for the second line, team 1B, 0 plus 2, 2. Team 2B, excuse me, 2 points plus 0 is 2 points, or are 2 points, excuse me. And then team 1 and team 2, the third line, 2, 2 is 4, and then 1, 1 is 2. So for the round 1, team 1 scored 10 points, which you just add 4, 2, and 4, 10 points. And then for round 1, team 2 scored 1, 3, 5. So team 1 has 10 points, team 2 has 5 points. All right? So I didn't go into detail with each game, but round 2, remember, team 1 will now play team 2's B. Remember, you're going to play each team once. I came up with, this is the game point scale. Sorry, guys. Win, you get 2 points, 6 or more, 1 point, 5 or less, 0 points. Okay, so I'm not going to go through it in depth like I did the first round, but let's see how we did in round 2 and round 3. Let's come over here. So round 2, it ended up being team 1 scored an overall 7 points, team 2 scored 9. Round 3, team 1 scored 8 points, team 2 scored 6 points. So if we add all of these up, team 1 ended up with 25 overall points, and team 2 ended up with 20. This means that team 1 would win the overall match, and that would go into the books that John is keeping. So it gets a little tedious, but I think after you do it once, it's okay. So to recap, you play games like normal, but when you're doing the score, again, if you get 11 points, you win, you get 2 points. If you lose and get 6 or more points, you get 1. 5 or less, you get 0. We'll add these all up. Okay, and we will be there to help you with the scoring at first, but I hope this does help. Okay, so the team point, I just went over this graph. Team points are based on the games. Again, if you win, you get 2 points. If you get 6 or more, if you lose and you have 6 or more points, you'll get 1 point. If you have 5 or less, you get 0 team points. Okay, then you add those up, add up the total opponent points, and then here is the team match win. Whoever ends up with the most points wins the match. So to review our final thoughts, the home team will supply the balls. All players must be registered with Duper. If you know how to do that, John or Dana can help you with that on Monday or Tuesday night, whichever night you go. Score sheets will be supplied. And if you have any other questions, contact John. He's really quick with his email. And there are more rules for the captains or more information because there are 29 slides. This video covered the main points, but please look over the PowerPoint slides. And again, if you have any questions, contact John or ask us when we're on Monday or Tuesday nights. Okay, thank you everybody and welcome to the league. Bye.